Hey guys, Ultimate Toy Collector. Today we're going to take a look at Hasbro's new 80th anniversary retro carded Marvel Legends figures. First, let me say thank you Hasbro for Hasbro and the Litzy PR team for sending these out to us to take a look at. They know I'm a huge Marvel Legends fan, so thank you. These are, let's see, we have 6 of the new Legends. 2 of them I'm really excited about. The other ones I'm also equally excited about. But first, Storm. This is the 90s version for me, the Jim Lee style. This is the X-Men blue and gold team. Storm. This is the Storm that I've been waiting to add to my collection. So thank you. And it also goes with the animated. You know, you could paint it up a little bit to match with the X-Men animated series. So regardless of that, this is a really cool figure. I was really excited to see when they announced these. And the card itself, you know, we're going to take these out of the package, but normally something like this, a retro carded figure, I like to keep it on the card. What about you guys? And then the other one here that I'm really souped about is the Silver Samurai figure. So I've wanted a Silver Samurai for a long time, and really happy to see him. Now, besides these figures, we have Wolverine, we have Iceman, we have Dazzler, and we have Cyclops. All of them really awesome figures. For me, like I said, the card itself is the thing that's really kicks in my nostalgia and takes me back to collecting these Toy Biz figures as a kid and just having these really cool card backs. So thank you Hasbro for sending them out to us to take a look at, and we're going to open these up and take a look. All right, so here we have our retro carded figures out of the package, and you see here we have Cyclops with his optic blast. You can actually attach it to his visor. He comes with an alternate head as well. Let me show you. So right now we have him set up so he's doing his little blast. So this piece can come off. You simply pop it in here. And if you want it to, just pop his head off. You put his alternate head. And that's his alternate head. Looks like he just shot one of his optic beams, and this is like the energy charge just kind of showing there. I don't want to say like the heat signature, but so this is one of Cyclops' mini costumes, his X Factor costume. So I would assume if we have Cyclops like this, maybe down the road we'll be seeing Jean with a similar costume. As far as the articulation is pretty much the same as we've seen on other Marvel Legends figures with this male buck, but we'll go over it. So he has good range of motion in the shoulders. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and good wrist articulation. No cut at the forearms. Good range of motion. Same thing with the legs. It's got the upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. And he does, looks like he does have a boot sole. Okay, so there we go. It's a little tight there. And then the ankles, good range of motion with the ankles. So overall, when I was posing him before, he was, or actually is, a little bit stiff. So you might just want to be careful. I'm going to put him out of the way, actually. And again, loving the optic beam effect that comes with them. Silver Samurai, one of my favorite Wolverine's Rogue Gallery characters, and I do have this Toy Biz version. It's a little more metallic, but it's a cool figure nonetheless, and I'm glad to add him to our Marvel Legends. And he'll fit perfectly with some of the other samurai figures that we've seen that came out over the past couple years, not necessarily from Hasbro, but there's another line of ninja and samurai figures. He'll fit in perfectly. So here we can take his swords out of his hands. These are the only accessories that he has, and they could be stored right here, so he does not have to carry them. Now he is a little cumbersome with the armor. Very cool figure to look at. So far, not the easiest to pose as far as his articulation. So the helmet here kind of gives limited range of motion. The shoulders as well. You do have the shoulder pads there. It does have an ab crunch. And does have a waist swivel. Even though he has all this armor here, he can get a good pose. He's got the upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He does have a boot cut and ankle articulation as well. Same thing with the wrist. The paint app on it is very smooth. No blotchiness or anything like that. Even on the softer, I guess, soft goods that we have here. Not that it's really soft, but overall, very, very cool figure. Happy to finally have him to add to our Marvel Legends collection. Here's one of Wolverine's classic versions. I forget exactly which cover this is off of, but this also coincides with like some of the appearances of Silver Samurai back from the Wolverine comic, where all he had was like a little, I don't even know what that is across his face, like piece of cloth. Now, figure very basic. I do like the claws. Sometimes the Wolverine claws are a little warped. These ones were pretty good. He is a little hairy dude, so he does have some hair on the side of his arms and on his forearms. Overall, very smooth body. It's black all the way down to right around the ankles. Then, not ankles, the calves. Then he has a little painted on boot there. He's a smaller buck, which fits Wolverine. Good job on the face sculpt. It definitely, if you look closely, you can see some hints of like blue in the black. So it does bring out the kind of comic styling. He comes with two alternate hands. Obviously does not have his claws popping out, but he can hold a sword. Again, this is kind of like that Ninja Wolverine from back in the, I want to say like late 80s, maybe early 90s. Articulation, full range of motion. Nothing hindering any of the articulation in this figure. The head, give him a little speedball action there. Ab crunch. Thigh cut. Double jointed knee. Does not have a boot cut, but his ankles. All right, so overall, good range of motion on this figure. Next up, let's take a look at Iceman. So Iceman comes with a mini ice slide. I would have liked to see a bigger slide. That would have been pretty cool. But he comes with a little mini ice slide. So he's not really translucent. He has more or less like that glitter effect. I guess you could say, you know, snow or ice. The only thing that I don't like is some of the figures, you have like the split down the center of the face. Mine, unfortunately, does have that. Besides that, the body's very clean. He's got his little X-Men belt on. And I would probably have to say that the body is the same as they use for Cyclops. So it's the same body they use for Cyclops minus the wrist and the boots. Everything else is a straight, smooth body. Same articulation on the figure. Nice addition to our X-Men to round out the X-Men blue and gold teams. Now, which one of the female figures shall we look at? Let's take a look at Dazzler. So we've already seen one version of Dazzler. This is another version of her. This one I like a little bit better than the other one, the roller skating version. She comes with the same type of effects that we've seen on some of our female figures, Jubilee, Jean Grey. We've even seen it with Doctor Strange. We've seen it actually on a lot of figures. I like the head sculpt. Head sculpt is very clean. She's got that little 80s look with the jacket. I'm just going to pop these off. And actually, we've seen these with Magneto. We've seen these with a lot of figures. So, besides, I mean, I would really say that she's one of the cleaner figures in the wave. That aesthetically, I really do like the look of the body. She's not the easiest to stand. She's got some, you know, the females sometimes have issues standing with the ankles. But overall, very sleek body. And if Dazzler just didn't have the Dazzler powers, she'd be really dope. But as far as articulation on the figure, good range of motion with her head. She does have the jacket here. The jacket does not hinder any of the arm articulation. She does not have a double jointed bicep, or does not have a bicep swivel, and she doesn't have double jointed elbows, single joints. Full wrist articulation. No ab crunch or waist swivel, just the under the boob crunch, as I call it. The articulation in the leg is very good. She does have the thigh cut and the double jointed knees. No boot cut, but she does have articulation in the ankles. Overall, I really do like this figure. Now, last but not least, Storm. Storm is finally coming to the Marvel Legends in her X-Men blue and gold outfit. She has some little lightning attachments there. I'm glad to see the white outfit. I'm pretty sure we'll see a black version. I think there might be like a grayish version. I can't remember. But the white version is really cool. She has her piece that goes up into her shoulder pads and is connected around her wrist. The hair, excellent job on the sculpting and paint apps with the hair. Has that flowy look. And you know Storm's hair is a whitish color. Articulation on the body, good articulation, very similar to the Dazzler body. The only issue here is that Storm's shoulder pads partially get in the way, but it's a light plastic, so it doesn't. It's not like Silver Samurai's where it's fully in the way. And then also her hair. So her hair is heavy, so you just gotta be careful the way that you're turning everything on that. The arms have a little more sculpting to it because obviously her outfit is a little more flowy. And she does not have the bicep swivel. No double jointed elbows. Good articulation on the wrist. She got the under the boob crunch. No ab crunch or waist swivel. And same with the legs as with Dazzler. Good range of motion. She does have the thigh cut, double jointed knees, and articulation in the ankles. So welcome to the Marvel Legends crew, Storm. All right, so here we have our retro carded Marvel Legends figures, throwback to the Toy Biz days. Overall, great figures. I would say my favorite are gonna have to be Storm and Silver Samurai. Next up would be Cyclops and Dazzler, and then Iceman and Wolverine. And I think Dazzler, you know, the body on her is really cool. Even though, you know, it's kind of like a regular female buck, but I just like it. I don't know. I really like it. I'm happy to have Storm, you know, rounding out our blue and gold teams. So thank you, Hasbro. Figures are great. Shout out again to Hasbro and Let's Keep PR for sending these over to us to take a look at. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of the retro carded figures because I really like those. I was happy when they did the Avengers, or well, they did, you know, some of the Avengers there, and they did Spidey. Again, it was a throwback to the carded Toy Biz look, and I hope we get more of the X-Men because X-Men are really my favorite, and anything Marvel Legends X-Men, I'm gonna buy. So thank you for checking us out, guys. Check us out on Facebook and YouTube, The Ultimate Toy Collector. Check us out at Cool Dad Pop Culture Reviews and Toy News International. And until next time, guys, happy hunting.